Have you ever wondered why some people seem to defy the aging process while others struggle with its burdens? What if I told you that the wisdom of Mahatma Buddha offers profound insights that could help you not only maintain your health but also embrace a youthful spirit throughout your life? In today's video, we will explore a timeless story from Buddhism that reveals 12 essential rules for living a vibrant, healthy life. Rules that can combat premature aging and enhance your overall well-being. Stay tuned as we dive deep into the transformative teachings of Buddha, which have empowered countless individuals to regain their vitality and happiness. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the significance of these teachings, but also how to implement them into your daily routine. Discover the simple yet powerful practices that can rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit, and learn why making mindful choices today can lead to a brighter, healthier tomorrow. Don't miss out on the opportunity to transform your life. Your journey to wellness begins now. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. The visit of Mahatma Buddha to the royal court. One day, the revered Mahatma Buddha graced the royal court of a powerful emperor, a ruler known for his deep devotion to wisdom and truth. As Buddha entered, his serene presence filled the grand hall with a palpable peace, as though a gentle breeze had swept over the hearts of all present. With a calm and penetrating gaze, Buddha looked upon the Raja, the esteemed ruler of the land, and posed a simple yet profound question. Tell me, Raja, how are the people of your village? The Raja, feeling an overwhelming sense of pride and gratitude, stood humbly before Buddha and replied with heartfelt reverence. O Blessed One, it is solely due to the teachings you have bestowed upon us that our village thrives as it does. Here our people, even those reaching the age of 60, retain the vitality and energy of their youth, appearing as if they are in their 20s. It seems as though the flow of time itself has slowed down for them. Aging, it appears, has paused, leaving them vibrant and youthful in both body and spirit. In this land, sickness and suffering have all but vanished. Our people live in robust health, sleep soundly each night, and do not need medicine or doctors. Truly, our state is blessed, for everyone here is not only well but deeply happy. The Raja's words shone with the immense respect and awe he held for Buddha's teachings. These were not just words of admiration, they were a testament to a life transformed, a society uplifted by the profound wisdom of a great master. But one can't help but wonder, what secrets lay in these teachings? How did Buddha's simple yet powerful guidance manage to preserve youth, health, and peace so completely in the hearts of the villagers? Perhaps it was Buddha's lessons on mindfulness, on letting go of hatred and anger, that allowed the people to live free of stress and tension, which so often ages the soul. Or maybe it was his emphasis on compassion and kindness that created a community where love and unity strengthened each heart. Through Buddha's presence, the people learned to embrace each moment, and in doing so, they found joy, peace, and a renewal of spirit. In truth, it was more than just teachings. It was a path to living a life that transcended the limitations of time and age. The importance of Buddha's teachings. Dear friends, what you're about to hear is far more than a simple story. It is a priceless gem of ancient wisdom, a roadmap to a life unburdened by the hardships of premature aging and filled with the promise of vitality. Imagine a life where sickness becomes rare, where energy flows freely, and where the weight of age is as light as a feather. This is the life that Buddha himself envisioned for all of us. Once an emperor surrounded by luxury, Buddha gave up his throne and all worldly attachments to walk the humble path of a monk, seeking answers to the most profound questions of existence. In his journey, he uncovered truths not just about the spirit but about the body and mind as well. Through his wisdom, he understood what we should eat, how we should live, and how we can maintain our inner peace and physical health. Today, we have the honor of diving into the 12 essential rules that Buddha graciously shared with humanity. These are not ordinary rules. They are a gift, a legacy from a soul who reached the heights of enlightenment. Buddha's teachings are a way to nurture our bodies, minds, and spirits so that we may live not only longer but with true health, happiness, and the vibrancy of youth. Each rule is a step closer to a life where illness is rare and aging hardly noticeable, a life that radiates with inner joy and resilience. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. I humbly ask each of you to listen deeply and embrace these teachings with an open heart. If you choose to implement these powerful principles, you may find yourself feeling renewed, both physically and spiritually. You may see illness drift away like a forgotten shadow and feel youth and energy as constant companions. So, let us embark on this journey together, learning from Buddha's wisdom and allowing it to transform our lives in ways we could only dream of. The story of King Batar Singh, a lesson in governance and health. Let us step back into the era of a legendary kingdom, ruled by the wise and compassionate King Batar Singh, whose name became synonymous with fairness and profound care for his people's well-being. King Batar Singh was not just a ruler but a guardian of his subjects, a leader who devoted himself wholly to ensuring that every person under his reign could live a life free from oppression and filled with peace. This devotion to justice and welfare was not only shared by the king but also by his 2 queens, who, while known for their beauty, were equally admired for their dedication to discipline and virtue. Together, they formed a royal household rooted in spirituality, justice, and a shared commitment to the greater good. In his pursuit of perfect governance, King Batar Singh appointed 9 ministers to oversee the vital facets of his kingdom. Each minister held responsibility for essential sectors such as food supply, security, and justice, knowing that their duty was to serve the people first. However, King Batar Singh's expectations were clear and unyielding. Any sign of negligence in their responsibilities would result in severe consequences, including the possibility of death. This expectation wasn't born from cruelty but from a deep understanding that their roles directly influenced the lives of countless people. As a result, each minister performed their duty with unwavering diligence, aware that their commitment was essential to the kingdom's prosperity and the people's happiness. Under the watchful eye of King Batar Singh, the kingdom blossomed. His people lived in contentment, assured that their needs were always met and that justice was more than a word. It was a living principle upheld by their beloved king. King Batar Singh's weekly visits to villages were not empty gestures of formality. They were heartfelt visits where he would sit with his subjects, ask about their well-being, and ensure that no household was left wanting. He checked that food supplies were abundant, that the elderly and vulnerable were cared for, and that every villager could live without the constant shadow of hunger or fear. These visits, which brought him close to the daily lives of his people, earned him their undying admiration. The villagers would gather around, their eyes filled with gratitude and respect, and speak of the kingdom's abundance and peace. They often praised King Batar Singh, attributing their happiness, good health, and prosperity to his relentless dedication. In their eyes, he was more than a king. He was a beacon of hope, a protector, and the embodiment of justice and kindness. Through King Batar Singh's story, we learn the timeless value of compassionate leadership and the impact it has on health, harmony, and happiness. It reminds us that true governance goes beyond power. It requires genuine care, a deep sense of responsibility, and the unwavering belief that each person's well-being is as vital as the next. The farmer's concern. Even in the kingdom of King Batar Singh, a realm known for its abundance and health, there were still problems that required the wisdom and compassion of the king himself. One day, as the king was holding his weekly gathering to hear the voices of his people, a humble farmer and his wife approached him with a look of deep concern etched upon their faces. It was clear that they bore a heavy burden on their hearts. "Maharaj," the farmer began, his voice trembling with worry and desperation, "we are here because we face a serious problem, and we don't know where else to turn. Please, help us find a solution." The king, who was always attentive to the troubles of his people, nodded with kindness and said, "Tell me, good man, what weighs so heavily on your heart?" The farmer took a deep breath, as though gathering the strength to share his story. "I have 2 sons, your majesty." They are young, only 26 and 28 years old. Yet, to look at them, you would think they are men of 60. Their hair has begun to fall out in clumps, their bellies have grown round and heavy, and they have become incredibly lazy. They refuse to do any work, lying around as if they carry the weight of the world. We have tried every medicine we can find, but nothing has helped. I fear for their future, and our family's survival if this continues. The king listened intently, his face shadowed with concern. How could it be that young men, in the prime of their lives, were so visibly worn down by the ailments of old age? What could have gone wrong in their lives to bring about such a premature decline? He pondered deeply, searching for the root of their suffering. It was not merely a matter of health. This was a cry for help from a father who had done everything in his power to heal his sons, only to watch them deteriorate before his eyes. The king knew that this problem could not be solved with medicine alone. It demanded a deeper understanding of their way of life, their habits, and the environment that had led to this unnatural aging. He understood that sometimes the true remedy lay not in what one consumes, but in how one lives, how one finds purpose, and how one connects with the world. The king resolved to uncover the cause of these young men's decline, for he could not allow his subjects to suffer in silence. He would seek the wisdom necessary to restore them, for the well-being of his people was his highest calling. Thus, with a heavy heart yet a firm resolve, King Batar Singh began his quest to find a way to restore health, purpose, and vitality to the farmer's sons. This challenge reminded him that even in a kingdom as prosperous as his, the battles against hardship and decay could be fought only through compassion, wisdom, and a commitment to see every life flourish. The root of the problem: uncovering the causes of early aging. King Batar Singh, wise and perceptive, realized that the plight of the farmer's sons was not merely an illness that could be remedied with medicine. No, this was a deeper issue that required understanding and a change in perspective. Determined to uncover the true cause behind their premature aging, he delved into their daily lives, hoping to find clues that would not only save these young men but offer a valuable lesson for the entire kingdom, a lesson that resonates even for us today. What the king discovered was eye-opening and disheartening. The young men had fallen into a pattern of habits that, though seemingly small, had a cumulative effect on their health and spirit. Their diets were filled with unhealthy foods, high in fat and sugar, consumed without thought to moderation. They had grown indulgent, indulging not only in food but in idleness, allowing laziness to replace the discipline and vigor that had once defined them. Exercise, once a part of daily life, had become a distant memory, as they spent hours in lethargy, avoiding physical labor or even simple walks. Worse still, they neglected mental well-being, failing to nurture their minds with purpose or engage in practices that foster inner peace and resilience. The king realized that their early aging was not due to destiny or some curse of unfortunate genetics. It was, in fact, the inevitable result of the choices they made each day, choices that silently but steadily drained them of vitality. It was a reminder that youth and well-being are fragile treasures, not merely granted but maintained through our actions, habits, and attitudes toward life. King Batar Singh gathered his people and shared the story of the farmer's sons, urging everyone to reflect on their own lives. He reminded them that health and youth are gifts that need to be nurtured, not just with food and rest, but with mindful living. He encouraged his people to embrace balance in all things, to eat mindfully, to cherish movement, and to cultivate inner calm. This lesson, he emphasized, was not one of restriction but one of freedom. The freedom to live long, healthy lives, unburdened by the consequences of neglect. In this moment, the king's message became a call to action, a reminder that our lives are shaped by the choices we make daily. For the people of his kingdom and us, it was a powerful lesson on the importance of caring for our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, as each is interconnected, forming the foundation of a life lived with energy, resilience, and joy. The Teachings of Buddha, 12 Rules for a Healthy Life. At this crucial moment, the timeless wisdom of Mahatma Buddha shone brightly, offering guidance that reached far beyond the royal court and into the hearts of all who sought a life of health and peace. Buddha, in his journey toward enlightenment, had distilled his insights into 12 essential rules. Principles that were not only meant to preserve physical health but to nurture mental clarity and spiritual harmony. These teachings held the power to protect against the premature aging seen in the farmer's sons and offered a blueprint for anyone seeking to live with energy, resilience, and tranquility. The story of King Batar Singh and the farmer's sons serves as a vivid reminder that our daily choices are more than routines. They are the building blocks of our well-being, the silent architects of our future. Buddha's teachings are here as a gift, a pathway to living without the weight of premature aging, to experiencing life not merely as a passage of time but as a journey filled with health, joy, and balance. By embracing Buddha's 12 rules, we learn to live in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. These teachings remind us to make choices that nourish us, body and soul. They teach us moderation, mindfulness, and respect for the rhythms of nature. They guide us to nurture both our physical strength and inner peace, to maintain our youthfulness not just in appearance but in spirit, and to find happiness in simplicity and balance. Friends, these 12 rules are more than guidelines. They are the keys to a fulfilled life. In a world where stress, unhealthy habits, and fleeting distractions often take a toll on our well-being, Buddha's wisdom brings us back to what truly matters. By following these teachings, we can shield ourselves from the effects of time, protect our vitality, and, most importantly, cultivate a sense of peace and purpose. Let us take this message to heart and live in a way that honors our bodies, enriches our minds, and brings peace to our souls, creating a life of lasting health, joy, and harmony. Embrace and implement Buddha's wisdom. As we reach the end of this story, let us pause and truly absorb the lessons it imparts. The early onset of aging is not an inescapable fate, but a challenge we can face with strength and wisdom. By making mindful choices and aligning ourselves with the timeless teachings of Buddha, we hold the power to preserve our physical vitality, sharpen our mental clarity, and fill our spirits with lasting joy. Friends, I encourage you to not only hear these teachings but to live them, to make them part of your daily life, and to share their light with others. Together, we can create a world where aging is not feared but embraced as a natural, graceful journey within a life lived with purpose and balance. In the kingdom of Raja Batar Singh, life was filled with peace, prosperity, and the kind of happiness that only fairness and good governance can bring. Known for his deep commitment to justice, the king ruled with wisdom, creating a society that flourished under his compassionate hand. With two queens who, despite their striking beauty, were stern and unwavering in their adherence to the king's sense of religious duty, Raja Batar Singh embodied a ruler who was not swayed by superficiality but led with integrity. This strict devotion was not hidden. The people respected and admired his dedication, knowing it ensured stability and order in their lives. The king's governance was meticulously organized, with a cabinet of 9 ministers, each responsible for a different facet of administration, from agriculture to justice. Raja Batar Singh set clear expectations for his ministers, demanding nothing short of dedication and honesty. In his eyes, the well-being of his subjects was paramount, and he ensured that any sign of negligence was addressed swiftly. Those who served with diligence were revered, and those who failed in their duties faced severe consequences. This unyielding commitment to fairness made the king deeply beloved among his people, who praised him as a just ruler. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Every week, the king would leave his palace and travel across the kingdom, meeting his subjects and personally overseeing their welfare. He would gather villagers, asking about their health, the state of their crops, and whether they had enough food and resources. This approach not only kept him informed but made him a familiar, caring figure in the lives of his people. They felt seen and valued by a king who took the time to understand their struggles and successes. This bond between the ruler and the people fostered a kingdom where harmony and trust thrived. Yet one day, during one of these heartfelt gatherings, a farmer and his wife approached the king with a troubled look. The farmer, his voice laced with worry, bowed and said, "Maharaj, today we face a grave issue. Please help us find a solution." This simple plea for help carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken worries, and the king, true to his compassionate nature, listened closely. This interaction would not only bring the farmer's family relief, but would ultimately remind everyone that with a dedication to mindful living, guided by Buddha's wisdom, even life's deepest challenges can be met with hope and resilience. The farmer bowed and, with a deep sense of worry, replied, "Maharaj, I am in great distress. I have 2 sons, both young men in their prime, around 26 or 28 years old. But, alas, they look as though they are in their 60s. Their hair falls out, their stomachs have grown swollen, and they have become lazy. They refuse to work, and despite all our attempts to treat them with various medicines, nothing has changed. There has been no improvement, and I fear for their future, and ours." The king's heart sank upon hearing this. He understood the deep sorrow of a father watching his sons, his legacy, decline so rapidly. Concerned and determined to help, he immediately instructed his ministers to have the farmer's sons treated by the royal physician, ensuring that all expenses would be covered by the state treasury. This was not just one family's struggle, but a matter of the kingdom's well-being. The ministers wasted no time in following the king's orders, and soon, the royal physician was doing everything in his power to restore the young men to health. But despite a long and rigorous period of treatment, the farmer returned to the king's gathering with the same plea. "Maharaj," the farmer said with despair, "there has been no relief. My sons are still the same, aged, weak, and without the vitality of youth. We have tried everything, yet their condition has not improved." The king, troubled and perplexed, pondered the matter deeply. He had thought that the best medical care would resolve this issue, but here stood a father who had exhausted all options. As he reflected on the mystery, another couple approached him, eyes filled with tears, sharing a similar concern about their young son. Then another, and another. Before long, it became clear that this was not an isolated case. The youth of the kingdom, one after another, were showing signs of premature aging, and the condition was spreading like a shadow over his once prosperous land. Disturbed by this crisis, the king immediately summoned his ministers and advisors for an emergency meeting. With urgency, he addressed them. "This issue must be resolved immediately. Our youth are our future. If they are suffering, then the very fabric of our kingdom is at risk. We cannot allow our people to lose their strength, their spirit, and their hope. We must find the root cause of this ailment and eliminate it without delay." The king commanded a thorough investigation, instructing his ministers to go door to door, speaking with each household and gathering every piece of information they could. He wanted no stone left unturned. To further ensure success, he called upon the most knowledgeable healers and physicians from across the land, gathering them for an emergency assembly in the royal court. As the gathered healers and physicians waited in silence, the king addressed them solemnly. "You are the wisest and most skilled healers in the kingdom. I need you now, more than ever, to solve this mystery. Find the cause of this unnatural aging and bring forth a cure. You have 10 days to conduct your investigation. Whoever discovers both the cause and the cure will be rewarded with the highest honors." With these words, the king's message was clear. This was a matter of utmost urgency, and the kingdom's future depended on it. The healers, understanding the gravity of their mission, pledged to work tirelessly. They spread across the kingdom, consulting villagers, examining patterns, and leaving no clue unchecked. The people waited anxiously, and the days ticked by. The farmers, artisans, and all the families of the kingdom watched closely, hoping that the wisdom of their king and the dedication of their healers would bring relief. And so began the kingdom's collective journey to reclaim the youth of its people, a quest that would test the limits of human knowledge, compassion, and resilience. The healers took the king's orders to heart and embarked on their mission with unwavering determination. They traveled throughout the kingdom, visiting homes, and engaging in heartfelt conversations with the people. With keen eyes and open minds, they observed the daily routines, diets, and lifestyles of the villagers, meticulously searching for clues to explain the mysterious condition that had befallen the youth. After 10 days of relentless investigation, The healers reconvened in the royal court to present their findings. One by one, they stepped forward, their faces reflecting a mixture of hope and apprehension. However, as each healer shared their observations, it became painfully clear that none could pinpoint the exact cause of the troubling ailment. The air in the court was thick with tension until finally, an elderly healer, who had witnessed over 125 seasons, rose slowly and addressed the king. "Maharaj," he began, his voice rich with the weight of wisdom, "after much investigation, we believe that the issue lies in the lifestyle and diet of the people. However, we do not have a clear solution for this problem. It seems that something deeper is at play here." The king felt a deep sense of unease settle within him at the healer's words. If even the most experienced and wise healers in the kingdom cannot find a solution, then where is our hope? His brow furrowed as worry gnawed at him. He had noticed the signs of aging creeping upon his own family. His hair had begun to thin, and even the queens and princes bore the early marks of decline. Desperate for answers and fueled by a growing sense of urgency, the king implored the elderly healer, "What can we do if you do not have a solution?" "Who does? We cannot allow this condition to persist. It has been a month, and our people are suffering. Please tell me, who can help us?" The elderly healer, bowing deeply, responded, "Maharaj, there is only one person who can solve this pressing issue. His wisdom and knowledge surpass all others, and he alone can provide the answers we seek. That person is Mahatma Buddha." A flicker of hope ignited in the king's eyes. "Mahatma Buddha. Where can we find him?" The healer continued, "Maharaj, Mahatma Buddha travels from place to place, sharing his profound teachings. While we do not have his exact location, he is known to give sermons in various states. If we can find him and bring him to our kingdom, I am certain he will possess the solution to this crisis." Without a moment's hesitation, the king ordered his most trusted minister, "Search every corner of the land. Find out where Mahatma Buddha is preaching and bring him to our kingdom with the highest honor. If he does not come willingly, I will go to him myself." Understanding the urgency of the situation, the minister set forth on his mission without delay. He dispatched spies and messengers in all directions, tirelessly searching for Mahatma Buddha. After much effort, they finally discovered that Mahatma Buddha was indeed giving a sermon in a distant land. With newfound determination, the minister, accompanied by a respected delegation, embarked on a journey to meet the revered teacher. Upon arrival, they respectfully conveyed the king's heartfelt request, explaining the dire situation afflicting the kingdom and earnestly asking for his help. Mahatma Buddha, known for his boundless compassion and profound wisdom, agreed to accompany the delegation back to the kingdom. Upon his arrival, the king welcomed him with great reverence, bowing deeply before the enlightened one as he explained the mysterious condition affecting the youth of the kingdom. Mahatma Buddha listened intently, his eyes reflecting understanding and empathy, before asking to observe the daily lives of the people before offering any solutions. For several days, he traveled throughout the kingdom, keenly watching how the people lived, what they ate, and how they interacted with one another and their environment. He immersed himself in their routines, noting the excesses and neglect that permeated their daily lives. After completing his observations, Mahatma Buddha gathered the king, his ministers, and the healers in the royal court. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as he began to speak, his voice calm and filled with wisdom. "The problem you are facing," he stated, "is not a physical disease but rather a reflection of the way your people are living. They have strayed from the natural path, indulging in excesses and neglecting the basic principles of a healthy life. This has led to their premature aging." The king and his court listened intently, absorbing the gravity of Buddha's words as he continued, "To reverse this condition and prevent it from happening again, your people must return to a balanced and simple way of life. I will share with you 12 important rules that, if followed, will restore health and vitality to your kingdom." As the king and his advisors leaned forward in rapt attention, Mahatma Buddha prepared to impart the wisdom that could transform their lives, knowing that these teachings held the key to rejuvenating not just the youth, but the very spirit of the kingdom itself. Mahatma Buddha then outlined the 12 rules for a complete and healthy life. Balanced diet. First and foremost, Mahatma Buddha stated, "You must cultivate a balanced diet." This means consuming simple, natural foods in moderation. Emphasize whole grains, fresh fruits, and vegetables while avoiding processed foods and artificial ingredients that can harm your body. When you nourish yourself with the earth's bounty, you not only fuel your physical health but also foster a deeper connection to nature. Regular exercise. Next, prioritize regular exercise. Engage in daily physical activity, whether through walking, gardening, or traditional forms of exercise like yoga or martial arts. Keeping the body strong and flexible is vital. Movement invigorates the spirit, enhances energy levels, and maintains the body's natural vitality. Consider it a celebration of what your body can do, not just a routine. Adequate rest. Equally important is ensuring adequate rest. Sleep is not merely a time of inactivity. It is a sacred period of rejuvenation for both body and mind. Establish a routine that allows for proper sleep and restful breaks during the day. Quality rest is essential for recovery, emotional stability, and cognitive clarity. Mental peace. To cultivate mental peace, practice mindfulness and meditation regularly. These practices will enable you to maintain inner calm amid the chaos of life. By taking time to breathe deeply and reflect, you will learn to reduce stress and foster a serene mind, leading to improved focus and clarity in your daily endeavors. Moderation in desires. Be mindful of your desires. Excessive cravings and material attachments can lead to a life of constant dissatisfaction and anxiety. Strive for moderation in your wants. Simplifying your desires will not only lighten your emotional burden, but will also allow you to find contentment in the present moment, appreciating what you already possess. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Healthy relationships. Foster healthy relationships with those around you. Surround yourself with positive, supportive individuals who uplift your spirit. Engage in open communication and practice kindness, as these connections enrich your life and provide a sense of belonging and emotional support. Hygiene and cleanliness. Do not underestimate the power of hygiene and cleanliness. Maintaining personal and environmental cleanliness is essential for preventing diseases and promoting well-being. A clean living space enhances mental clarity and fosters a sense of peace, allowing you to thrive in your environment. Positive thinking. Cultivate a positive mindset by focusing on gratitude and contentment. Train your mind to see the good in every situation. By consciously choosing to emphasize positivity, you will not only uplift yourself but also inspire those around you, creating a ripple effect of happiness. Community involvement. Engage actively in your community. Participate in activities that promote mutual support and cooperation. When individuals come together to uplift one another, a sense of unity and shared purpose emerges, strengthening the bonds of society and enhancing overall well-being. Mindful breathing. Practice mindful breathing as a daily habit. Take time to engage in deep, intentional breaths, focusing on your inhalations and exhalations. This simple practice not only enhances mental clarity but also serves as a powerful tool for reducing stress and anxiety, grounding you in the present moment. Respect for nature. Live in harmony with nature. Develop a profound respect for the earth and its resources, recognizing the interconnectedness of all living beings. Engage in sustainable practices that honor the environment, ensuring that future generations inherit a planet that thrives. Spiritual practice. Lastly, nurture a spiritual practice that resonates with you. Whether through meditation, prayer, or reflection, connect with your inner self and the greater universe. Spirituality provides a framework for understanding life's deeper meanings and can guide you through challenges, fostering resilience and hope. Mahatma Buddha emphasized that these rules were not mere suggestions or fleeting ideas but essential practices for a healthy and fulfilling life. He urged the king to implement these teachings throughout the kingdom, ensuring that everyone, from the youngest child to the oldest elder, was encouraged to follow them diligently. The path to healing and vitality lies within the choices you make every day, he declared. By weaving these principles into the very fabric of your kingdom, you will cultivate a society that thrives in health and happiness. It is through the dedication to these practices that your people can reclaim their vitality, their joy, and their connection to one another and the world around them. The king listened intently, his heart swelling with gratitude for the wisdom imparted by Mahatma Buddha. He knew that these teachings could transform not just the lives of the afflicted youth but the very spirit of his beloved kingdom. With a resolute nod, he vowed to dedicate himself to this noble cause, promising to ensure that Buddha's teachings would take root in every corner of the realm. He envisioned a future where his people, armed with the knowledge of these 12 rules, would flourish in body, mind, and spirit, fostering a legacy of health, happiness, and harmony that would endure for generations to come. The king, profoundly moved by the wisdom of Mahatma Buddha, immediately ordered that these 12 rules be taught and practiced by all the people in the kingdom. He understood that real change would come from the collective effort of the community, and so he dedicated his resources to ensure that everyone could participate in this transformative journey. The next morning, as the sun began to rise, casting a golden glow over the land, the people of the kingdom assembled promptly in the designated open space, eager and excited to listen to Mahatma Buddha's teachings. The air was crisp and fresh, filled with anticipation, hope, and the sweet scent of blossoming flowers. Mahatma Buddha, radiating calm and wisdom, stood before the gathered crowd, his presence commanding yet soothing. With a serene demeanor, he began by acknowledging the efforts of the people, praising their commitment to embrace the first set of instructions he had shared. "I am heartened to see that so many of you have adhered to the first piece of advice," he said warmly. "Your dedication to the practice of drinking warm water in the morning has already begun to show positive effects. This is not merely a change in habit. It is a testament to your willingness to embrace transformation and work towards your well-being." With the crowd's attention firmly captured, Mahatma Buddha turned his focus to the next phase of their healing process. "Today, I will share with you the second part of our regimen designed to further improve your health and vitality. You must incorporate regular physical activity into your daily routine. This will not only help you maintain your newfound health but also prevent future ailments from arising." He continued, "I advise that each of you take a walk every day. The distance should be between 2 to 3 kilometers, depending on your age and physical condition. For the younger members of the community, particularly children and young adults, I recommend a brisk walk. If possible, consider incorporating some running into your routine. Physical exertion will invigorate your bodies, boost your energy levels, and enhance your overall health." Mahatma Buddha then emphasized the importance of proper walking technique, knowing that even the simplest actions can yield significant benefits when done mindfully. "For those of you between the ages of 40 and 50, he instructed, aim to walk briskly at a steady pace, taking 1 step per second. This translates to approximately 60 steps per minute. The rhythm of your steps should be consistent, as this will help regulate your breathing and improve circulation throughout your body." Turning his attention to the older members of the community, he offered a slightly adjusted approach to accommodate their needs. For those who are older or less physically active, a more moderate pace is advisable. You should still aim to cover the same distance, but listen closely to your body. Walk at a pace that is comfortable yet slightly challenging. The goal here is to stimulate your muscles and promote cardiovascular health without causing undue strain. Mahatma Buddha explained the rationale behind these recommendations in greater detail. Regular physical activity is crucial for maintaining a healthy body and mind. It improves blood circulation, strengthens the heart, and boosts the immune system. Furthermore, walking in natural surroundings allows you to connect with the environment, which can be both mentally refreshing and spiritually uplifting. Nature has a way of grounding us, helping us to find peace amidst the chaos of life. As he concluded his instructions, Mahatma Buddha stressed the importance of consistency. Adherence to this walking regimen, along with the morning ritual of drinking warm water, will significantly contribute to your overall health. I urge each of you to make this a part of your daily routine. By doing so, you will not only address the current health concerns but also build a foundation for long-term well-being. Remember, each step you take is a step toward revitalizing not only your body but your spirit as well. Mahatma Buddha's words resonated deeply within the hearts of those present, met with a collective sense of resolve and enthusiasm. The people felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination to follow through with these new practices. Inspired by Buddha's teachings, they committed themselves to making positive changes in their lives, understanding that true transformation begins within. As the assembly concluded, the people expressed their heartfelt gratitude to Mahatma Buddha and his disciples. They eagerly anticipated the next day's sermon, confident that continued guidance would bring even more relief and healing. The king, too, was deeply impressed by Buddha's wisdom and the positive response from his subjects. He felt a profound sense of hope blossom within him, believing that with the implementation of these teachings, the kingdom would overcome the challenges it faced and return to a state of health and prosperity. With the promise of continued support and guidance from Mahatma Buddha, the people dispersed, ready to embrace the changes and improve their lives. They carried with them the knowledge that they were not alone in their journey toward health and well-being, and they were determined to follow the path that had been laid out before them. As they returned to their homes, conversations ignited with excitement about their newfound commitment to walking and embracing a balanced life. The spirit of community blossomed as neighbors encouraged one another, and together they embarked on this transformative journey, ready to reclaim their vitality and ensure a brighter future for themselves and the generations to come. The next day, continued guidance. The following day, as the sun began to rise, casting its warm golden rays across the kingdom, the people gathered once again in the designated open space. Their spirits were high, and their bodies felt invigorated from the previous day's teachings. Mahatma Buddha, accompanied by his devoted disciples, was prepared to impart further wisdom to aid in their continued recovery. The atmosphere was thick with hope and anticipation, as the community eagerly awaited the next part of their healing regimen. Mahatma Buddha addressed the assembly with his usual calm and reassuring presence, his voice soothing yet powerful. "I have inquired about your experiences over the past 2 days," he began, scanning the sea of familiar faces that had come to seek guidance. "Please share with me how you have fared since our last meeting. Have you followed the advice I provided, and how has it affected your well-being?" The crowd responded with enthusiasm, a chorus of voices filled with gratitude and excitement. Many hands shot up in agreement, and the collective voice affirmed that they had diligently followed the instructions. One of Buddha's disciples stepped forward, eager to hear more. "How do you feel now? Have there been any changes in your health?" The response was overwhelmingly positive. "Guru," they exclaimed, "we feel remarkably well. It seems as though we are completely healthy once more. The ailments that plagued us have seemingly vanished. Our bodies feel lighter and more vibrant, and we no longer require an alarm to wake us up at 4 a.m. We find ourselves naturally awakening at that hour, full of energy." Encouraged by these promising signs, the disciple beamed with pride. "Today, we will introduce the next phase of our regimen. This involves the practice of yoga and pranayama, which are essential for maintaining both physical and mental health. These exercises will further support your journey toward complete well-being." The disciple elaborated on the specific practices to be incorporated. "You should start with pranayama exercises such as Anulom Vilom and Surya Pranayama. Anulom Vilom, which involves alternate nostril breathing, is a powerful technique that balances the body's energies and enhances mental clarity. Surya Pranayama, or sun breathing, invigorates the body and boosts overall vitality. With grace and clarity, the disciple demonstrated these techniques to the assembly, explaining their benefits in detail. Practice these exercises daily for at least 30 to 45 minutes. Consistent practice will strengthen your respiratory system, improve your concentration, and significantly contribute to your overall health. As the day's meeting concluded, the people returned to their homes with renewed determination, eager to implement the new practices. The following morning, they assembled once more, filled with excitement to share their progress. Mahatma Buddha and his disciples were present, ready to listen to the effects of the previous day's instructions. The disciple, full of enthusiasm, addressed the assembly. "Who among you has followed the advice and practiced yoga and pranayama? How has it impacted your health?" Once again, the response was overwhelmingly positive. The villagers eagerly shared their experiences. "We feel even better. Many of us have noticed significant improvements in our energy levels and overall well-being. The practices have been incredibly beneficial. They have contributed immensely to our health." With each positive remark, the disciple felt a swell of pride for the community's commitment to their health. "Now," he continued, "we will introduce a new aspect of our regimen that concerns your diet. It is essential to complement physical practices with a proper diet to achieve optimal health. From tomorrow onwards, you must consume 300 grams of sev in the morning. Sev is a traditional food item, rich in nutrients, and should be consumed in sufficient quantity to support your health." He added, "After eating sev, you can continue with your daily activities. However, ensure that you follow the prescribed diet closely. The next step involves incorporating specific foods into your meals to maintain your health." Mahatma Buddha's teachings include detailed dietary guidelines that you should adhere to closely. The disciple elaborated further. "For lunch, prepare a dish called roi, which is a multi-grain mixture. It is important to avoid wheat, as it is not recommended for optimal health. Instead, focus on using millet, corn, and chickpeas to prepare the roi. Additionally, include a bowl of lentils, homemade ghee, and a variety of seasonal vegetables. I emphasize the importance of choosing seasonal vegetables, as they are fresher and more nutritious than those that are out of season. Off-season vegetables should be stored properly to preserve their quality for longer periods." Mahatma Buddha watched with satisfaction as the people absorbed this information, their faces filled with determination and hope. He reminded them, "Remember, the health journey is a holistic one. It encompasses not just physical practices but also the nourishment you provide to your body. By integrating these dietary changes with your daily yoga and breathing exercises, you will create a powerful foundation for your health." As the assembly concluded, the villagers felt a profound sense of unity and purpose. They were eager to embrace the teachings of Mahatma Buddha, confident that they were on the path to reclaiming their vitality and strength. The sense of community grew stronger as they supported one another in this transformative journey, inspired by the wisdom shared and motivated to cultivate a healthier way of life. With hearts full of hope and gratitude, the people dispersed, ready to embrace the changes outlined by Mahatma Buddha. They carried with them the knowledge that they were not alone in their quest for health and well-being, and they were committed to following the path laid before them, fostering a brighter, healthier future for themselves and generations to come. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. After the meal, Mahatma Buddha advised that each person should drink a bowl of yogurt 30 minutes after eating. You may also add jaggery to the yogurt, as this combination aids in digestion and enhances the overall effectiveness of your diet. His voice was calm yet authoritative, emphasizing the importance of this practice. The disciple, standing beside Mahatma Buddha, concluded, "Follow these instructions diligently, and you will experience further improvements in your health. Make sure to attend the meeting tomorrow to report on your progress." Eager to adhere to the new dietary guidelines, the people returned to their homes, filled with determination and hope. When they reconvened the next day, they were asked about their experiences. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive. "Once more, we have felt tremendous relief and improvement," they reported joyfully. "It seems as though we were never sick at all. Our energy levels have soared, and our spirits are high." The king, observing the remarkable transformation in his people, was filled with joy and pride. He saw that the prescribed methods had not only alleviated their ailments but had also fostered a deep sense of well-being and unity throughout the kingdom. The community, once burdened by the weight of premature aging, now thrived with vitality. Encouraged by the positive developments, the disciple provided further guidance. There are a few additional practices to follow for optimal health, he said. First, avoid drinking large amounts of water during meals. If you need to drink, do so in small sips. It is best to drink water between meals but refrain from consuming it immediately after eating. The crowd listened intently as he continued. After your morning meal, if you feel hungry in the afternoon, consume a plate of salad tailored to your weight. For instance, if you weigh 50 kilograms, eat an appropriate portion that aligns with your body's needs. With these final instructions, the disciple concluded the day's session, and the people departed, committed to following this comprehensive regimen. Their hearts were full of gratitude for the guidance they had received, and they were hopeful that continued adherence would bring even greater health benefits. As days turned into weeks, the kingdom began to flourish like never before. The positive changes implemented by Mahatma Buddha and his teachings resonated throughout the community, marking a new era of health and prosperity. Each day, the people diligently followed the essential instructions regarding their diet and lifestyle changes, and the results were astonishing. On the third day, the assembly once again gathered, eager to hear the next step in their healing process. Mahatma Buddha and his disciples were met with a scene of collective anticipation and hope. The atmosphere was filled with a sense of rejuvenation, and the people's faces radiated a newfound vibrancy. Laughter and chatter filled the air, a stark contrast to the worries that had once clouded their community. The king, watching the transformation among his subjects, was brimming with satisfaction. He approached Mahatma Buddha with a deep sense of gratitude and reverence. "Lord Buddha," he began, "our people are thriving under your guidance. The relief they have found is nothing short of miraculous. Your teachings have not only alleviated their ailments but have also reinvigorated their spirits and brought our community closer together." Mahatma Buddha, ever serene and humble, responded with his characteristic calmness. "I am glad to hear that my teachings have had such a positive impact on your lives. However, there is still more to learn. Healing is not just about addressing physical symptoms. It also involves nurturing the mind and spirit. A holistic approach to health will ensure lasting well-being. With that," he continued, "today, I will provide further instructions to complete the regimen for achieving optimal health. First and foremost, it is essential to understand the importance of a balanced diet and its timing. The human body requires nourishment at appropriate intervals, and adhering to a disciplined schedule can greatly enhance the effectiveness of the healing process." The disciples stepped forward and addressed the assembly. From now on, everyone must adhere to a specific dietary regimen. For those who weigh between 50 and 60 kilograms, the recommended amount of salad to be consumed is 300 grams. For individuals weighing between 60 and 70 kilograms, 300 grams is also adequate. However, for those who weigh between 70 and 80 kilograms, the portion should be increased to 400 grams. This salad should consist of a mix of fresh carrots, beets, radishes, tomatoes, and a small piece of ginger to enhance the flavor. You may add 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, black salt, or roasted cumin according to your taste preferences. The disciples emphasized that this salad should be consumed before any other food, ensuring that it is the first item to be eaten. This practice was designed to stimulate digestion and cleanse the body. The people listened attentively, eager to integrate this new knowledge into their daily routines. They understood that these simple yet powerful changes were not just about food. They were about fostering a deeper connection with themselves, their health, and the community. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the assembly, Mahatma Buddha concluded, "Remember, my friends, that health is not merely the absence of illness. It is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. By adhering to these practices, you are not only healing your bodies but also enriching your lives and strengthening your community. Together, you can create a harmonious environment where every individual flourishes." With a renewed sense of purpose and commitment, the villagers departed, ready to embrace the next phase of their healing journey. They carried with them the teachings of Mahatma Buddha, aware that their collective efforts would pave the way for a healthier, more vibrant future. Each person was inspired to take ownership of their health, united in their shared goal of thriving as a community. The attendees were instructed to follow these dietary guidelines strictly and to report their progress during the next meeting. As the days passed, the people diligently adhered to the instructions given by Mahatma Buddha. They embraced the changes with open hearts, eager to reclaim their health and vitality. On the following day, at the scheduled time of 4 p.m., the gathering was held once more, and the atmosphere was now charged with excitement and curiosity, brimming with anticipation for the insights and experiences that would be shared. The individuals who had previously struggled with various health issues now appeared revitalized and full of energy. Their faces glowed with a newfound radiance, and the signs of their former ailments seemed to have vanished. Mahatma Buddha and his disciples observed this remarkable transformation with quiet satisfaction, feeling the weight of their teachings take root within the community. The king, overwhelmed by the astonishing results, approached Buddha with heartfelt gratitude, his heart swelling with pride for his people. "Lord Buddha," he said, his voice sincere and filled with emotion, "your teachings have wrought a profound change in our kingdom. The people are healthier and happier than ever, and their youthful vitality has been restored. I am truly amazed by the simplicity and effectiveness of your methods. It is as if a new life has been breathed into our community." Mahatma Buddha responded with a gentle smile, his eyes reflecting a deep understanding of human nature. "This is just the beginning, dear King. True health encompasses not only physical well-being but also mental and emotional balance. The next part of the regimen focuses on lifestyle adjustments that will further enhance your overall health," he continued, his voice steady and calm as the evening shadows stretched across the gathering. "It is crucial to have dinner before sunset. The ancient sages, such as Aim-Monii, understood the significance of this practice. Eating before sunset allows the digestive system to process the food efficiently while still awake. This practice ensures that digestion is nearly complete by the time you go to bed, promoting restful sleep and overall well-being." Mahatma Buddha elaborated on the importance of this practice with the kind of clarity that illuminated the minds of those present. When sunlight fades, the digestive process naturally slows down. Eating too late in the evening disrupts this process and can lead to incomplete digestion, which affects your quality of sleep and overall health. Therefore, make it a point to have your evening meal at least an hour before sunset. Opt for light foods such as multigrain rye and seasonal vegetables, which are easier for your body to digest. After your meal, if you still feel hungry, you may drink a glass of milk mixed with 3 grams of turmeric. Ensure that the turmeric is homemade and not purchased from the market, as it retains the highest potency when freshly prepared. With a gentle wave of his hand, he continued to guide them. Moreover, several hours before bedtime, you should focus on relaxation. Aim to go to bed before 10 p.m. This will allow you to enjoy a deep, restorative sleep, and your food will be adequately digested by the time you lie down. A good night's sleep will naturally help you wake up around 4:25 a.m. without any stress, contributing to your overall health and vitality. Mahatma Buddha stressed the importance of living in the present moment. Just as small children live in the present, free from the burdens of worrying about the past or the uncertainties of the future, you should also strive to focus on the here and now. Avoid stressing over past events or future uncertainties that are beyond your control. Embrace the present moment with gratitude and contentment. This mindful approach will help eliminate stress and worries, which are often the root causes of many health issues. The crowd listened intently, absorbing the wisdom that flowed from Mahatma Buddha's lips. They felt a deep sense of connection to his teachings, understanding that this journey toward health was not just physical but also deeply spiritual and emotional. As he concluded his address, the energy in the air was electric. The people felt empowered and enlightened, ready to incorporate these new practices into their lives. As the gathering came to an end, the attendees expressed their heartfelt thanks to Mahatma Buddha and his disciples, their voices rising in a chorus of appreciation. They were filled with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that the path to well-being required commitment, but also offered profound rewards. The king, watching his subjects with pride, felt a sense of hope blossom within him. He knew that with Mahatma Buddha's guidance, his kingdom was on the cusp of a new era, a time marked by health, happiness, and harmony. With the promise of continued support and guidance, the people dispersed, eager to put into practice the teachings they had received. Each individual carried with them the knowledge that they were not just participants in a regimen. They were active contributors to a vibrant, flourishing community. As they returned to their homes, they were inspired to cultivate not only their physical health but also their mental and emotional well-being, paving the way for a brighter, healthier future for all. He also advised against consuming outside food, emphasizing the importance of home-cooked meals. Outside food is often adulterated and can negatively impact your health, Mahatma Buddha explained, his tone both serious and nurturing. Preparing food at home ensures that you maintain control over the ingredients and avoid harmful substances. Following these guidelines will help you maintain good health, prevent aging, and ward off diseases. As the month drew to a close, the time had come for Mahatma Buddha to return to the kingdom for a final gathering. The anticipation was palpable, and the excitement among the people was evident as they prepared to welcome him back. The king, brimming with gratitude and respect, personally greeted Buddha at the entrance of the royal court. "Welcome back, Lord Buddha. Our kingdom is truly honored to have you among us once more. Please share with us the results of your teachings," the king said, his voice filled with sincerity. Mahatma Buddha smiled warmly, his presence instantly calming the room. "I am grateful to be here. How has the implementation of these teachings impacted your people?" he inquired, genuinely interested in their progress. The king replied with immense satisfaction, his heart swelling with pride. "The teachings you provided have transformed our kingdom. Our people, who once seemed aged and weary, now appear youthful and full of vitality. The signs of aging have diminished significantly, and our subjects are healthier than ever. They no longer rely on medicines for relief, and their overall happiness has increased remarkably. It is as if your wisdom has rekindled the spark of life within them." Mahatma Buddha nodded in approval, his eyes reflecting compassion and understanding. "I am delighted to hear that the teachings have had such a positive effect. However, remember that true health is a continuous journey. By adhering to these practices and maintaining a balanced lifestyle, you will continue to enjoy good health and well-being." He continued, "I am grateful for the opportunity to share these teachings with you. Continue to follow them diligently, and you will reap the benefits of a healthy and fulfilling life." With those profound words, Mahatma Buddha concluded his visit, leaving the kingdom enveloped in a sense of fulfillment and joy. The king and his subjects expressed their heartfelt thanks, knowing that their lives had been profoundly enriched by the wisdom and guidance of the great teacher. As the gathering drew to a close, the audience was encouraged to reflect on the teachings shared by Mahatma Buddha. They were reminded to implement these principles in their daily lives, cultivating an environment of health, happiness, and community spirit. The atmosphere buzzed with excitement and gratitude, a vibrant tapestry of hope woven through their hearts. The king, deeply moved by the transformative experience, vowed to uphold these teachings and ensure their practice for generations to come. "We will create an enduring legacy," he declared, his voice filled with determination. "Our children and their children will learn the importance of these principles, and we will foster a culture of health and mindfulness in our kingdom." If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 5 below to let me know that you are still here with me. For those watching and listening, the message was clear. By embracing the teachings of Mahatma Buddha and integrating them into their lives, they too could experience the profound benefits of health, happiness, and well-being. The kingdom had embarked on a remarkable journey of transformation, guided by the wisdom of a revered spiritual leader, and the results spoke for themselves. In the days that followed, the people took to heart the teachings of Mahatma Buddha. They gathered regularly to share their experiences, encourage one another, and remind each other of the principles they had learned. Families cooked together, using fresh ingredients and incorporating the dietary guidelines into their daily meals. Community members organized walking groups, fostering a sense of camaraderie as they exercised and enjoyed nature together. As the seasons changed, so did the kingdom. The landscape blossomed not only with vibrant crops but also with a renewed sense of vitality among its inhabitants. Laughter filled the air as children played in the fields, and the elderly shared their wisdom with the younger generation. The bond among the people grew stronger, and they found joy in supporting one another on their journey toward health. In this new era, the kingdom thrived. The teachings of Mahatma Buddha became the foundation of a culture that valued well-being, mindfulness, and community. Through it all, the enduring legacy of Buddha's wisdom would illuminate the path for future generations, reminding them that true health encompasses the harmony of body, mind, and spirit. As we conclude this enlightening journey through the teachings of Mahatma Buddha, let us take a moment to reflect on the wisdom shared and the transformations witnessed in the kingdom. We've explored how simple yet profound changes in diet, lifestyle, and mindset can lead to remarkable improvements in our health and well-being. Now, we want to hear from you. What is one key lesson you have learned so far that you will incorporate into your daily life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others on their paths to health and happiness. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Together, let's continue to spread the wisdom of healthy living and make a positive impact in our lives and the lives of others. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.